Welcome back to BC Voyages. We're Brent and Chelsea, and today we're continuing our Scottish Highlands RV trip into the Isle of Skye.
In this episode, we're exploring a castle on a loch, a colorful seaside town,
Making friends with a calligraphy artist,
feeding some hairy Coos,
hunting for dinosaur footprints,
and getting a glimpse of old-time island life.
Here's a list of all the places we visited in this video.
Our first stop is Eileen Dunvegan Castle. You may recognize it from films like Rob Roy, Highlander, and The World Is Not Enough.
Originally dating from the 13th century, the castle played a key role in medieval warfare from its ideal defensive position.
It was left in ruins during the Jacobite Rebellion and not rebuilt until 1932.
When visiting, make sure to go to the north side of this bridge to get excellent shots of the castle.
Lucky for us, the adjacent Dorney Community Center is holding a craft fair. Look at these cute lamb boots! Local artists from the area have tons of products on display.
A highlight for us was meeting Nicholas Crooks, a local calligraphy artist. This will definitely be going on our keepsake wall. He even signed it.
Of course, we had to try the baked goods. We are hitting the road again towards our next stop, the town of Portree.
This is the capital and largest town on the Isle of Skye.
Just got to Portree. We're walking around. Probably gonna pop into a pub for a beer. Chelsea is bundled up like a little orphan.
Lisa, can I have some ale?
Your wish is my command.
Cheers.
It was originally built as a fishing town, but now also serves as a great jumping off point for tourists looking to visit the Trotternish Peninsula. We are off to the campsite for the night.
We're about to start cooking some steaks. We're on the Isle of Skye. Hey! It's a motorhome Chef Boyardee! This is our first meal we've cooked in the motorhome.
We're going in search for some hairy Coos. Brent surprised me and booked a campground that has hairy Coos that run around it and little piglets. So I'm really excited for that.
These Highland cows have long hair for warmth and to keep flies from their eyes. There's more ginger cows because Queen Victoria once said she liked the color.
Okay, so we're leaving the campgrounds. We've just refilled our water.
We're like camels.
We're headed out to the Fairy Glen.
The roads heading into the glen are very small, so make good use of the passing lanes.
Passing place.
There's plenty of parking for RVs along the left side of the entrance and a full car lot by the main path.
So I also need to inform everybody that I may have dared Brent to wear his kilt on his birthday.
I was into it. Ah yes, a kilt and Skechers. Even the sheep are running for the hills.
Talk about a birthday suit. The Fairy Glen is simply magical and definitely gives Lord of the Rings vibes. I'm looking for hobbits.
These hills are a natural geological formation, believe it or not. They were formed over 100,000 years ago by post-glacier landslides.
We got here early to be the first people in, and it was worth it. These views are stunning and shouldn't be missed even on a wet and windy day like this.
Climbing to the top of this craggy hilltop is a must. It's giving us a chance to break out our best Titanic impression. I'm flying, Chelsea! I'm flying!
Okay, Tinkerbell.
Yeah, the Fairy Glen.
Chelsea is heading down early, which gives us a chance to show just how high we are.
You see that little dot up there waving? Yep, that's Brent.
That was windy. Alright, what did you think of the Fairy Glen?
It was really, really pretty. Definitely met expectations.
Lambs aren't the only thing on this road. Nearby, the Museum of Island Life gives a glimpse of what life was like on the island 100 years ago. We'd be huddling around the hearth like these two.
Back then, communities were largely self-sufficient, with everything from agriculture to making their own tools and clothing. They did have a post office though.
I'd hate to be the mailman that has to come all the way out here to get it.
One of the coolest things we're seeing are these local Stone Age tools and Pictish carvings. Never thought we'd see a mannequin of Bonnie Prince Charlie. Here he's disguised as Betty Burke to evade the English. Equal parts intriguing, yet terrifying.
Up the road are the ruins of Duntulm Castle, a longtime stronghold of the MacDonald clan.
Legend has it the castle was abandoned after the chieftain's infant son fell from a window onto the rocks below. The nursemaid was set adrift as punishment. She is said to haunt the ruins to this day. Ooh. In reality, the McDonald's just moved up the road to a better location.
Heck of a place for a castle. Okay, next we're going to a beach. I can't pronounce it, but we'll put it here. And we're gonna go look for some dinosaur footprints.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, hopefully we get to meet a Stegosaurus. Or a Velociraptor. Probably not.
According to this sign, we're looking for the footprints of a megalosaurus.
This all used to be a warm, shallow inland sea.
After some searching, we found them!
We've got a dinosaur footprint. So apparently some lady found those dinosaur footprints when she was walking her dog one day. Because all of this rock here is like old sediment. And as the tide rolls in, it cuts pieces away. And then it exposes new layers of rock underneath. And apparently back in the day, a dinosaur walked here and left a footprint. Dinosaur feet! We found them! So far I've liked Isle of Skye a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It's windy and rainy because there's a storm, but
To be specific, there's no Easter.
yes, we picked the perfect day to come to the edge of the Atlantic Ocean.
Literally, on the Atlantic Ocean. This is Kilt Rock. The Scots say these cliffs resemble the pleats of a tartan kilt. With their unmistakable appearance, they were once used as a navigational aid for sailors.
We weren't able to visit the Corran or the Old Man of Storr due to the weather. Instead, we headed west to Dunvegan Castle, the oldest continuously inhabited castle in Scotland. It's been the ancestral home of the chiefs of the Clan MacLeod for over 800 years, and it's quite breathtaking.
The next morning, and we are up bright and early to visit the fairy pools. There's plenty of RV parking, but be warned, there's no overnight parking.
Chef Brent again has made us a nice English breakfast here.
Yes, and sous chef Chelsea made sure we had beans for breakfast. A lot of beans. Apparently that's a thing here in Scotland. Beans for breakfast.
It's a good thing, too, because we need all the energy we can get for this adventure.
It's about 7 a.m. and we just woke up and drove over here to the fairy pools. And hey Chelsea, guess what?
What?
I dare you to jump in the fairy pools with me. It's a beautiful day. We got this awesome looking valley or glen, and we're going on this hike up to the fairy pools. Okay, we found our fairy pool. You ready, Chelsea?
I think so.
A few minutes later.
From the air, we looked a little more graceful.
On the walk back, we reflected upon our decisions.
I think we can both agree that might have been the coldest dive we've ever done in our lives.
Those of you that do cold plunges, I don't know why you willingly choose to do that daily. That was freezing. All I could think of was, this is what the Titanic was. Now I understand why Rose took the door.
Yeah. I'll never let go, Jack. Then she lets go. Well, thank you for accepting my dare.
You're welcome. Thanks for daring me, because that was probably one of my favorite things you did this trip.
Yeah, now we're getting out of here because the midges are starting to kick back up.
Yeah.
The wind finally died down from the nor'easter yesterday, so we heard that midges don't like rain and wind. They're kind of like Chelsea. But they're back with a vengeance today, so we're making our way back to the car.
Apparently, you can hike through the hills to our final destination, like these brave souls here. One of them is even carrying a baby. We'll take the 15-minute car ride instead.
Our final stop of the trip is the Sligachan Old Bridge. Legend has it, if you dip your face in the river water by the bridge, you'll be granted eternal beauty. Just like Chelsea.
We hope you enjoyed our tour of the Isle of Skye. Be sure to subscribe so you can follow along as we head up the Caledonian Canal, through Loch Ness, into Inverness. Until then, we'll see you on the next adventure!
Confetti Glen's got sheep!
Here, right above my finger.